So my name is Hannah. I'm the president, I guess, of the on-campus group. I guess to plan a bigger event that's not just like a practice like this, it's mostly renting a room and really just connecting with our local community. I guess UNM provides our office space, the space on Johnson Field for us to use for practices. So I kind of joined and got thrown into it, basically. I did it because I didn't want the group to die, and I didn't want it to, not have a group. So that's kind of how I became the seneschal, or the president, I guess. But I didn't have a plan to be here in this position, so I like it to an extent. I like it because I can interact with a lot of new people and provide a lot of opportunities for students and for people to connect and do something different that a lot of them haven't done before. There's some stresses behind it though. Having to plan and organize some things is a little bit frustrating, especially dealing with UNM itself occasionally.
Hi, I'm Jose Tebarno de Torquemada at the Citadel. I am a knight of the society, and it's my job to make other knights and teach people how to fight with rattan weaponry. I've been a member of the SCA for about 17 years. It's one of my favorite things to do, but the community is what keeps me. I know people from across the continental United States, including some folks in Korea and Switzerland at the moment. That's a worldwide organization, so I get to learn and meet a whole lot of different kinds of people, get to learn a whole lot of different cultures. Go to Benson, Arizona, and call a friend who lives an hour away, and they're like, yeah, sure, I'll hook you up with a place to stay or whatever. It's amazing what happens when you form a community network like that, or people you can just reach out. At first glance, it depends on how they meet us. When they meet us at the Fighter Practice Park, I would assume they mostly think of us as a bunch of thugs hitting each other without any class. But when I turn around and say there's honest-to-God rocket scientists out there with programmers and other CS students, with guys who are blue-collar workers who swing hammers for a living, it's a great melting pot, so I get a really big kick out of that. But for the most part, I think they just see us as thugs with sticks or weirdos in different kinds of dress. I get asked if I'm going to play a lot. We try to be as historical as possible. And top of that, we have physical body. Heavy fighting in particular is one of the few sports that I can honestly say that the person getting hit gets to choose whether or not they die. A lot of other sports, there's ways to tell if people died or not. In this one, it's basically honor basis, based on your choice of what you've been wearing at the time, what guild you were in. And as far as the LARP's concerned, it's really close because some of the clothing, some of the stuff is accurate. But I also know people that can take a sheep, take the wool from the sheep, feed it, raise it, do all that stuff, and make their own dress. Whereas most LARPers I know tend to cut out that end and they make things look like they're right. Versus a lot of people in society that make them as right as possible, including blacksmiths and other stuff, I must say. And there's some people that are in between too, because they like to go the middle ground. It's like I could build a forge and run out of gold still, or I could cold forge a couple things and call it a day and do it in a quarter of the time. So it really depends on where you fall in it. But the goal for us is to be as historically accurate as possible while still being safe. Elbow pads I'm wearing right now, not historically accurate. Metal's spring still, neither the ribbons, but they'll keep me safe. So that's kind of that weird crossover line. I had to grow up with a bunch of people in the generation before me who put their work above everything else they did. Above their family, above their health, above everything. So they didn't do anything until they got older, which I think is a dumb way to do it. So I built my life around doing what I want to do. So when I got my job and I do my business, it's built around doing what I want to do. Because I think going out of my way to just get enough money to get by isn't right. That's just waiting for an excuse to die later. So I balance it in a way that makes me happy, but still provides for myself and my family. I still have a house, I still have 2 cars. I have my house paid off, for God's sakes. But I can do more because of that. Versus like some of the college kids who are learning now, that's why I go out of my way. If they need a ride from campus to where we're going, I'll give them a ride. If they need some spare armor, I'll get them spare armor. So my goal is to help others too. So getting back to the teaching thing, I'll make sure that they can handle that. But I want to make sure they do all the other stuff too, because I don't want them missing a test or something silly just to hit one another.
My name is Mordigan McGregor. That's the name I go by. And my role in this game is mostly I'm a heavy fighter, but I support the arts and the light weapons and the sciences and serving. I try to be a well-rounded individual. I am a knight within the society, and I'm about to become a laurel, which is like a knight for arts. So I do some blacksmithing and some embroidery work and write poetry. I generally try to hang out and have a good time and make it fun for other people too. This game is so much part of my personal life. I don't think there is so much a balance as it just is. I started playing when my dad started playing when I was 2, so I don't have a memory prior to the SCA. So yeah, I mean, I've taken breaks here and there, going on vacations, stuff like that, but I don't know not the SCA. So my personal life, and even I'm trying to start a business that is tied into the SCA a little bit with making tech. Probably a lot of misunderstandings, but nothing harmful, I don't think. I would say that the loudest thing that gets noticed first is the heavy fighting. And so I think one of the biggest misconceptions that the general public might have about the SCA is that's all it is. And that I would say, while it can be a large portion, a lot of events around the world take place based around the concept of war. But at the end of the day, in the afternoon when you're done fighting, everybody's friends again. And then there's a lot of other stuff, like I was saying, with arts and sciences. There's archery, clothing making, singing, dancing, drumming, having a good time, camaraderie, camping, trying to do most aspects of medieval life in a fair and safe place.